just wanna slide. Parties in the sky like it's 2055. She said, boy, you nice. Boy, you nice. Heart cold like some water and some ice. Why would you sacrifice? Knowing you could body by your side. I know cap, lie, came from dirt, can't go back. You can see it in my eyes. Real. Oh, my kid never tried. All I wanted was some love. Trade that for big pack on me now, but back then I don't really want friends, everybody fake, I don't got trust, but I just wanna slide. Parties in the sky like it's 2055. She said, boy, you nice. Cold like some water and some ice. I just wanna slide. Parties in the sky like it's 2055. She said, boy, you nice. Boy, you nice. Heart cold like some water and some ice. Shorty get energized, living life. She ain't tired, she just turn it up. But I just wanna slide. Parties in the sky like it's 2055. She said, boy, you nice. Boy, you nice. Heart cold like some water and some ice.
What pick was New Balance athlete Jamal Murray selected in the 2016 NBA Draft?
Was it the 4th, the 7th, the 10th, or the 15th pick?
Just a ton of points in the fast break. Oh my! Did you see that?
If you answered the 7th pick, congratulations, and here's some BC. But Jamal Murray wasn't the
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Hi, everyone. We welcome you to the NBA All-Star Game. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg.
And you know what? This is probably, Kevin, my favorite date on the NBA calendar. I mean, with the amazing collection of players we have here tonight, this year promises to be an epic event.
Absolutely.
Guys, it always is. I mean, the privilege of playing in this game means so much to every one of these players. I mean, being on this huge stage brings out the best in the NBA's biggest superstar.
Donovan Mitchell.
A look at the West All-Stars starting group. Ja Morant, he's out there with ball. Then it's Tatum, and it's Mr. Clutch, and it's LeBron in at the center.
And fans and celebrities alike have descended on this town for All-Star Week. There's been a bunch of fun events going on all over the place.
And, Greg, it's like that every year. I mean, no matter what city is hosting, it becomes a mecca for everyone who wants to take in one of the greatest scenes in all of sports. Not only to watch the best players, but to be seen by the other stars in the crowd.
And we've got a collection of the greatest players in the world here. I mean, and playing in an event where they can really let it all hang out.
And that's exactly why we always come away with such great memories, because they really do try to give the fans as many highlights as possible. And they are the best players in the world. An athletic forward who dunks it with style, showing off his dunking ability right there.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. Well, their pass it to Jokic. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Curry with the 3. Good on the three-point shot.
And the greatest shooter we have ever seen. Curry is just lethal from outside.
And Embiid with the block. Curry passes to Butler. Pass to Jokic. Shoots over ball. Here's Embiid. Nails the baby hook.
And the first half of his season, boy, how special has it been? He has been on a rampage.
Yeah, and he's got tremendous talent. And when he's fully healthy and engaged, I mean, he's really impossible to stop. That's what we've been seeing this year from him.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
Curry passes to Jokic. Shoots over ball. Ja Morant grabs the rebound. Oh, Tatum in position. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And, you know, if you throw it up, Tatum will go get it now. He's a really good athlete. You can't let him roam free like that.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to talk with J.B. Bickerstaff for a minute. He was looking over the lineups and he said, I've never seen such even matchups all my life. The talent on both sides is just insane. I asked him if he had a game plan for tonight, and he told me, thought about it, have some ideas, but that's not what this is about. It's a showcase for the best of the best, guys.
Thanks, David. Here's Butler. After the made shot from Mr. Clutch, Jokic finds Mitchell.
Oh!
Can you believe that?
Turn up and turn out, throwing it down. Come on.
Now, here's ball. inside. It's deflected. Here's Mr. Clutch. James left side. Ring shot on the way. And Ball gets it to go on the assist by James.
And as usual, neither team really grinding too hard at the defensive end.
And I think that's okay in this event. I mean, I say the more highlights, the better.
And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here. And it's a completely new group for the East All-Star. The West leading by 3. On the floor for the West All-Stars, they've got Ja Morant. LeBron James is out there with Tatum. Then it's Zach LaVine. And it's Mr. Clutch in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Mr. Clutch. Stolen by Mitchell. And Mitchell with a clear path to the hoop. And then Mitchell. The dunk.
And good defensive possession leads to Mitchell's hoop. Like all great scorers, Spida looking to get out in the open floor.
Here's Mr. Clutch. He's covered by Leonard. And that one, good. James has got the lead up to 3 now for the West All-Stars.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's got 6. Leonard looking around. Shot clock at 5. Here's Curry. Jokic trying to free himself up. A shot by Curry, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And finished off by LeBron.
James throwing it down with that power dunk. You know, the defense can't allow him to get what he wants inside because that's easy pickings for LeBron.
Now here's Embiid over Tatum. Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Joel Embiid. LeBron right side. And the pass to Mr. Clutch. From deep three-point range, knocks down the 3-ball. Mr. Clutch has got 5 points so far.
Yeah, that kind of deep, pretty typical in this event. Second half may be a different story, but the first half, it's pretty soft.
Timeout called, East All-Stars. Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star game.
Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for the East. The West All-Stars also with the sub. Ball's checked in. Here's Morant. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And now an 8-point West All-Star lead.
And that speaks to Morant's fearlessness. Even amongst the trees, he is confident, looking to score with the ball. A little light on the fouls in terms of what's being called tonight. And that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
Mitchell outside. Passes it to Butler. Trying his work from deep. And another 3 from the East.
You know Butler's confidence is high when he fires a jumper off the catch like that. He doesn't shoot a lot of those.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Defended by Butler. And finished off by LeBron.
And man, can LeBron still get up at his age after all of those miles on his body in the NBA. Really impressive.
Curry kicks to Butler. Back to Curry. Mitchell in the corner. Over ball. And stolen by LeBron. Pass break. Here comes the West. And Morant throws it down.
And that's big-time stuff there. Morant looking unafraid to go get those lobs and finish them.
Outside Curry. Trying to find Jokic. Gets it to him. Curry passes it to Jokic. Jacks up a three. Curry can't get it to go. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the West. They lead by their biggest margin of the game. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him. That sends Jason Tatum to the free throw line. It's going to be on Jokic. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the West All-Stars.
They've really been pushing that thing in the open floor, and so far the opposition's not been able to slow them down at all.
And another thing, guys, they've been very active tonight, frequently creating scoring opportunities off turnovers.
Catching up on the changes for the East. Evan Mobley's checked in for Jokic. Kevin Durant comes in for Jimmy Butler. And Doncic is subbed in for Stephen Curry.
The potential that Tatum still possesses to get better is quite scary. I mean, this guy has done an awful lot in a very short time.
So it's the West All-Stars with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. Defensively, they have had their sights set on Kevin Durant. And one half remaining in the NBA All-Star game. Good to have you along on 2K Sports.
Yeah, and I'm looking for the temperature to start to rise here a little bit in this second half.
Yeah, I'm exactly with you there. I think we'll see a little less showmanship and a little more intensity from here on out.
We've got Joel Embiid. Stephen Curry's out there with Mitchell. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Butler in at the small forward. And that's the group for J.B. Bickerstaff as we begin the second half. Lobbed up there for Mitchell. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Really well done there by Butler on the pass. He's a guy who demands the best from himself and the best from his teammates.
Morant dishes to LeBron. Here's Mr. Clutch. He has 7. And the West hit again from deep.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Bounce pass, Butler. Jokic passes to Mitchell. Shoots over Ball. And there's Mitchell. That's good on the assist by Jokic. Jokic has got 3 assists in the game. Some nice passing here by the West. Mr. Clutch, the pass to Tatum, and stolen by Butler. And here's the fast break. Jokic leading the way. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Here's Mitchell. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
It's tipped. Jokic with the steal. Outside Butler. No good. Shot missing. Morant with some nice D. Pass to Mr. Clutch. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. And the dunk by James.
Well, you better stop the ball, especially when it's LeBron James with it. That guy is pretty good.
Curry kicks to Butler. Mitchell outside. From 12 feet out, Embiid wide open. They get the rebound. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Too big, too skilled. Jokic just methodically breaks you down. He's a very unique player.
The East All-Stars shooting their first free throws here for the night. And he knocks down the first one.
You know, what makes Jokic truly exceptional in my mind is the breadth and depth of his versatility. You know, he's a really good passer, maybe the greatest passing big guy we've seen, in a long time. And that, to me, is a tremendous distinction, not to mention how he scores. And does the other stuff he does out there.
Ball, the pass to Mr. Clutch. He kicks it to Simmons. Outside, Ball. Here's Mr. Clutch, defended by Butler. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Leonard against James. Here's Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
At almost 7 feet tall now, Jokic can definitely throw it down, and he's happy to remind defenses that he can do so.
And finished off by LeBron.
You always know we're going to see a few of those every All-Star weekend, but I don't know if we'll see a better alley-oop than that one right there.
Cunningham outside. Ball against Curry. Kicks it to Butler. Here's Jokic. Oh, he just jams it right over LeBron. Wow.
I'll tell you what, a lot of shimmying and rim rattling going on in this one tonight, guys.
These guys are spending more time in the air than they are on the ground, that's for sure.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
He's been a huge factor in this game, and drives like that show how valuable he is on the floor.
Boy, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
Cunningham inside. Started by Levine. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Tough stuff from Cunningham inside. The foul and able to get that one off.
Kevin Durant's checked in for the East. Luka Doncic comes in for Stephen Curry. Substitution here for the East. Embiid, he's checked in for Durant. Butler comes in for Leonard. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Cunningham. And it's Stephen Curry in for Luka Doncic. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Tatum, he's checked in for Porzingis. Mr. Clutch comes in for Owen. LaMelo Ball, he's checked in for Levine. And it's Morant in for Irving. And the West All-Stars, looking at who they've got. LeBron James is out there with Tatum. Then there's John Morant. And it's Mr. Clutch. And it's Ball in at the 2 guard. Mitchell outside. Outside Butler. Outside Curry. On the wing, Mitchell. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
And the coaching staff loves this. Mitchell being assertive on offense and just imposing his will.
And that's life above the rim. Courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam King.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
For 3, Mitchell. No good that time. And the West will go the other way with it. Here's Mr. Clutch. And the West hit again from deep.
Shot from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, but, man, playing to win and being aggressive even with the lead as opposed to being safe and going into prevent offense, I'll take the former all day long. Play to win.
Down low. And the rejection by Embiid.
Look at how well Embiid uses his size on defense there, swatting down the shot and doing it with authority.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Clock at 6. Here's Mr. Clutch. And the West hit again from deep.
This is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
2 minutes.
And here is Tatum. Some nice passing here by the West. Over Jokic. Again, the West All-Stars. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the West All-Stars.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
The shooting's been great, but also how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Mr. Clutch gets the buckets.
And that's getting it done from deep. That's what the All-Star game gives you, the freedom to show your full range.
You know, taking that shot in a regular season game might get you a spot on the bench, but here, it gets you a standing O.
Mitchell kicks to Jokic. Over Tatum, and Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Mitchell. Mitchell's got his 3rd assist on the night. Pass to Mr. Clutch. LeBron trying to free himself up. Again, the West All-Star.
Terrific dime there. Morant realizing his responsibility to share the wealth with his teammates.
Butler passes to Embiid. Mitchell with it. He's covered by Ball. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
LaMelo Ball. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Mitchell. So no problem for the West All-Stars as they get the win.
And it's impossible to know what's going to happen in these games. The talent on both sides is always so strong. But tonight, the West seemed a little more comfortable playing together as a unit, and that's what earned them the win.
You mentioned that all broadcast long, and sure enough, it came to fruition. That brings us to the conclusion of our All-Star coverage. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan wishing you all
Not too many blessed with this corner vision. Don't give them knowledge, give them more religion. Poor decisions, mama couldn't pay, so they told her pray for the Lord's assistance. They read our souls, so we bought some Christians. Louis Vuitton, who's LeBron? Shut up, dribble. We lost resistance. My words are beacon through the darkest distance. Converse with heathens that get lost in systems. Lead the village till them forces listen. Torches glisten. I sat with Cassius across from Liston. A Marcus Garvey with a heartless army. Malcolm by the curtains. You a carbon copy. I'm disturbing. Hard to stop me. Conform to life is what we always do. It's hard to accept the damage you would do. Now they wiping the floor with you. I can hike in the smallest view. It's all on you. It's not just a rap when you looking back, cause there's nothing there to look forward to. No use in mending when your heart is torn. So to them we hardly mourn, re-emerging in godly form. Cry when your daughter's born. Tell me